Okay, we're now live and on air. This is our Tech Tips Tuesday, and it is April 21st, 2015. And as always, I'm glad for those of you that are participating and joining in, even as we go ahead and begin. I want to begin this session with a word of prayer, if you don't mind. Father, we thank you for this day and we thank you for your blessings. We thank you for the great and wonderful God that you are and Father to us. We thank you, oh God, for another opportunity to come together and to fellowship with one another and to just share and those things that we've learned in the field of technology. We invite your holy presence even into this meeting tonight, that you would guide us and direct us and bless our fellowship together and bless us that we may learn things that will help us take the message of the gospel to the world and glorify you. And we thank you for it right now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, all right. Now let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to go ahead and get right into our subject tonight. I'm going to go ahead and share my entire screen. First, start off seeing the mirroring effect. Okay, can you see my screen? I have some notes here, and I apologize if they're not all fancy and all that stuff, but I had to write some things down because we're getting into a technical subject tonight, but I felt like it was important enough at least to bring you into the knowledge, if on a very basic level, at the least, as to what Google's up to now. And I had to jot down some notes to make sure that I had it straight in my head because this is fresh off the press from this morning. I woke up and was just checking emails and doing some things, looking around, and I saw this notice of what the new algorithm that Google has launched. I don't know if you've heard about it yet or not, but I'm just going to do a very basic 101 about what it's about and what you should know about it. And if you know anything about it as well, just chime in. But today, Google announced that there's a new algorithm that they're introducing to their search engine, and it basically will affect the mobile sites. By mobile, I specifically mean smartphone, not meaning tablets. Tablets are excluded, but this is something they're doing exclusively on the smartphone side of the business. So that means whenever you go to, starting today, when you do a search from Google on your smartphone, the results that you're going to get will be a little bit different than you've seen in the past. And I'm not really that close to how they use their algorithms now and if they're different on each platform, but I have noticed that sometimes I'll do a search on my laptop on a particular subject. And if I happen to be away from my laptop and I have my smartphone and I'm just picking up with that subject because I have a little free time and I put the same criteria in the Google search, I'll get different results. I've looked up my web page from my smartphone and from my laptop, and sometimes whatever results can be a little bit different. So I do know that they do have somewhat of a little bit different structure, but today it's going to be significantly different. Now, from what they said, it's going to take anywhere from several days to a week to roll it out, but they've actually started today. I don't know what it's going to look like on the other end, but we're going to go over the gist of what it's going to do. So what you need to know about this, without getting too deep and too technical, is that moving forward, when you do a Google search on your smartphone device, your search results will prioritize websites that the website or Google deems as mobile friendly. Okay, so that means any subject that you search on going forward, Google's going to first pull up those sites that have a mobile friendly platform with them. It will matter if you ranked high before, but if you have high ranking and you don't have a mobile site, a mobile ready site, you're going to drop in rankings. And there are a lot of people that are up in arms about this because a lot of companies don't have a mobile site or a mobile platform for their website. So just to be aware of that. But specifically, Google is looking for websites that have larger text and websites that have responsive or mobile versions of the site. And they're also looking for websites that have the big buttons, the link buttons that you can click on. So technically, if you have to zoom in, if your site is one that when it pulls up on a smartphone, all the text is really, really small, but although you can do that little function to zoom in on the text and expand it and enlarge it and access it that way, I guess someone would say that's mobile ready or mobile friendly because you have the ability to zoom in, but Google doesn't count it that way. So those sites that have to be zoomed in and all of that and resized on a smartphone, they're going to fall in rankings. And that's only on the mobile, the smartphone side, the mobile side. If you perform your search on your laptop or on your tablet, you're going to see the same regular results, okay? So that means that this change is going to impact millions of sites. There are over 177 million sites that are internet sites right now, but a lot of them are not mobile friendly. The research here that is referenced, Forrester Research estimates that 38% of all enterprise websites, that means big business, 1,000 or more employees, they don't meet Google's criteria. And I find that a little bit interesting because, you know, they're the big boys. So they will definitely see some type of impact as well. And really that's why the apps were created, to give you access to their websites and those main components of the data that you need from the website in a smartphone format. So that's what you know, when you're downloading this Amazon app or downloading this app for this business or Starbucks or whoever, that's the mobile friendly side of the business. Okay, now that number that I just quoted you doesn't even include the small businesses and those that depend on the location-based searches, which may apply to a lot of us that we're doing. We're smaller businesses, we're not one of the big boys, but even so, we need to make sure that whatever we're doing online, we need to be thinking forward about mobility, the mobile site format and the platform. And if you've been with me any length of time, you know that's what I preach. I've always preached, you have to be mobile ready. You have to have mobile access. That's the whole reason we really have the Savvy cards, because they're so flexible. You can do them online, and you can on your laptop and on your smartphone. Okay, so for a lot of businesses, this is a sobering wake-up call. And again, I cannot stress enough that we need to get up to speed on mobile. Otherwise, you're going to get buried in the search results. And if you're a business that's going to depend on that or has been depending on people finding you on the web and all that hard work you've done to get ranked and all of this, just make sure going forward you have a mobile site, or you're going to lose some of that ground that you've gained. Anybody have any questions up to this point?
How do you mobilize your site?
Okay, we're going to get to that toward the end.
Okay.
Good question. Okay, now 89% of all smartphone owners conduct searches on Google. I'm one of those. I know I'm big on Google search on my phone, even to the point where not only for website information but maps. You know, I use Google search to get directions from the navigation. Let me pull it up. Let me see real quick. Let me show you an example. Oh, I'm already here. I don't know why I always pick on McDonald's. It's only the first thing that comes to mind. I know they have a good web presence. So if I were to go on and Google McDonald's, I can find their website here. And we talked about this in a prior call. I can find their locations closest to me here. I can find a corporate overview, a company overview, customer service number, all of this. Um, I I remember once upon a time we used to have to go to MapQuest and some other mapping applications just to get this information. But now you can get all of this through Google directly. Let me recommend if anyone has me on speaker on their laptop, I'm hearing feedback. I'm hearing myself twice and it's throwing me off just a little bit. So if you could just mute your line until you're ready to speak or put your headsets on, that would really help. Thank you. So, so that's the importance of, having that mobile access with whatever you're doing, especially now since so many people are doing business and um, transactions from their phone, and people are looking up and accessing information right from their smartphone. Here's a few more statistics. People are searching the web from their mobile devices more than ever. About 60% of online traffic is now generated by mobile devices. And this is according to a report published in 2014 by a firm called ComScore. And during the holiday season, just as another fact, at the end of 2014, nearly 60% of Amazon customers shopped using a mobile device. So again, that goes back to support what I was saying about being able to do business right from the mobile phone, right? If you have a product or a service that you're offering, you should be able to have a mobile platform to where that person can sign up or pay for or purchase or whatever that piece of business that you're doing. You should have mobile access to that as well, because if not, you're missing what, 60% of the customers that you could have having coming your way for your business. So I think that's really significant going forward, that we have to think with that mobile platform in mind. And again, that does not include searches that are done on tablets. Now, I think of tablets as a mobile platform too, because it's kind of the same type of software in the background that it is the cell phones. That it's not a full functional desktop or laptop. But in this particular case, it does not include, that algorithm will not be something that's run on tablets. So tablets and desktops are excluded. Okay. Now, if you just happen to want more information about, because like I said, I'm doing a Basics 101 about this new algorithm, there is a frequently FAQ page here, and I can post it in the group page if you're interested in going to Google's Webmaster Central blog. And they have particular questions where they go in depth about what it is and what it's going to affect and all these other things. There's a big long page of questions here. I've read through some of them. Some of them are kind of technical, but I think I tried to, for the most part, pull the highlights of what you need to know about. It talks about the Flash players no longer being supported. You're going to use something that's HTML based and things like that. So it really gets down to the nitty gritty of what this all means and what sites are going to qualify as mobile sites in Google's eyes. You may think that you have a mobile platform, but if it doesn't meet Google's criteria, you may not pass the test. And you may see that if you depend a lot on Google bringing you business, you may see that you rank lower on the search results than before, and that would be why. Okay. All right, let me see what else I wanted to tell you. Oh, there's also a mobile-friendly test page that Google has established. So if you want to just go on and test your page and see if they consider it mobile-friendly, they'll tell you what it is and what their ranking, their results are. And let's just go to it real quick. So if you use that link, and I can post that link as well if you're interested, but this is their page that they put together where you can go in and put your site. And click the button that says Analyze, and Google will test your site. to see if it's mobile friendly in their opinion, if it meets their criteria. Okay, awesome. This page is mobile friendly. Okay, shows me a picture of how my website will come up on the smartphone, and that's exactly how it looks because I built it to be mobile friendly. It's a responsive site. So you'll get a little report on, now if it wasn't, then it would also tell you that as well. Let me see if I can pull up one that I remember that wasn't right off the top of my head. But it's an easy fix. You just have to go in and make it mobile friendly as soon as you can, because these changes are in effect right now. Let's see. To show you if it's not mobile friendly. And this is a site that I created for a customer that didn't need the mobile optimization at that time I created it. They probably will come back and reconsider now, if that's important to them. It's almost done, 85% complete. And there's something I want to show you on this particular page when it comes up. Even though, okay, here it goes. Not mobile friendly. The links are too, it tells you why. The links are too close together. Mobile viewport not set. It means the site is not, it doesn't have mobile access in the coding to translate it into a mobile viewing platform. And the text is too small. Now, although I can pull this up on my phone and I can expand it and click around and see everything that I need to see. But, and in my opinion, that would be mobile. If you can pull it up on your phone, it formats correctly and you can expand it to see it. Okay. Sometimes that's all people need. But according to Google, it's not a mobile friendly site, and that can easily be fixed. I know exactly what to do to fix that if the customer would so desire. So, okay. So feel free to, like I said, I'll go and put the link on the page, on our page, if you want to test it, our group page on VBN, and you can feel free to test your site out just to see what Google will say about it. Now, the things you should do as a result of this information that I've just shared with you, when developing your online presence of any type, whether it be, I know Facebook, it has its own thing and it's already mobile friendly. So if you have a Facebook business page, you should be okay. But whatever platforms you're using, if someone else, you're working with a company that has replicated sites, I know some companies' sites are mobile friendly, some sites are not. So you'll have to just go on there and put your link in that test page and make sure that Google considers your site mobile friendly. If not, I would suggest that you either get with your web developer, the person that created your site, or find a web developer that can help you with that. Ask the relevant questions about your site. Is it mobile friendly? Can someone pull up their smartphone and do business with me? Right? Can they click, select, and pay, and all of the things they need to do right from their smartphone? That's ideally where you need to be with your business online. Okay. Now, is it a responsive site or is it just a mobile platform? Something I'm seeing in the back end of these websites as I deal with different clients and coding, some platforms will build in what they call a responsive site, a responsive capability. That means that regardless to what site you're on, your language and your pictures and everything on your website are automatically going to readjust for tablet size, for smartphone size, and for the full web page size. The software in the background knows how to interpret and to resize and to reposition everything, so it's still pretty, it's still laid out correctly, still has all the important elements. You don't have to think about it. Okay, that's a responsive site. Now there are other web clients or web hosts that will allow you to create a mobile version of your site. That means you create your nice little website and then you can click a button and turn on a mobile view. So in essence, you're building two sites side by side, and it's best if you're working with a web developer, that you let them know up front, I'm going to want a mobile site either now or in the future, so that as they're building their regular site, they can go ahead and position the mobile site alongside with it, whether or not you're ready for it. They can go ahead and have that done, because if that's not done and they have to go back in and create a mobile version, that's a new website project, and then you'll probably get charged for that. So those are some things to think about as you're talking to whomever you have developing your particular website. Now, if you are dealing with a company that already has their sites, you can't change them, it's what they are, yada yada, I would recommend that you create, or have someone, a web developer, create for you a responsive landing page. And what that landing page will do will say, hi, this is my site, this is my information, yada, yada, yada. And then you can have the links from that landing page to go directly to your replicated site or company site, whatever you have behind it that you have no control over. But according to Google, if it's their analytics are page specific, not site specific. And what that means, if anything that's attached to your URL has any type of mobile view or responsive view, it's going to give you credit for that. And it's going to still rank you up a little bit higher, because you at least have that one landing page connected to the rest of your pages that are not responsive, but they will give you credit for that. So if nothing else, if you go back and you analyze everything and you don't have something that Google says is mobile friendly, then have someone create for you just a one page. It shouldn't cost that much to do it. It shouldn't take a long time, but a one page responsive landing page that has links to point you to wherever your other information is. I hope that makes sense. But that's an easy workaround without you having to do a lot of redesign work on any of your online platforms. Okay. So again, just remember that the tablets and desktop searches will remain exactly the same. You'll see no difference there. But you just need to just keep in mind, the whole purpose of me having this discussion with you is to let you know that you need to think about being as mobile as you can going forward with your business. Whatever you're building online, make sure your apps and your different things that you're sending people to, that they can access it through their smartphone. And then you just pull up your smartphone and go to your websites and see how they pull up and see how functional they are. But Google's going to give you a lot more credit for doing that. I hope I answered one of the questions throughout what I've had to share with you. Does anyone else have any questions? You have any additional questions, follow-up questions to that, to what I've just shared with you? Does it make sense? Are you still there?
Yeah, we got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, our website actually is mobile.
Yes, good, good, good. And that's a good thing. So, and then I don't know if there are other, like I said, if you have a pay option, or make sure that whatever business that you're doing, if you can get that part of it mobile as well, that would be great. You know what I mean? When it comes down to do business, you can send someone back to your website and say, hey, go to my pay page, or whatever you want to call it, and make sure that that's mobile as well, so they can actually just go on, and you won't have to invoice or anything unless you just want to. They can pay you right from your site. If that's easy to do, then that'll make your business flow a lot more smoothly. Have you heard anything about this before tonight? No. If you have, okay. I was going to say, if you have, share with us what you've heard.
Mobile.
Okay. Lovely. Let me show you one more thing that I think is kind of cool. I don't know if you're aware of it, but I do kind of the technical stuff, and then I kind of do the fun stuff just for fun, in case you didn't know, kind of deal. Show you, in case you didn't know. Let me go to my emails. So just in case you didn't know, when you compose a new email now in through Gmail, let me expand this so you can really see it. Okay. Can you see the options here at the bottom? One of the options I wanted to show you, in case you haven't noticed, is this link to send and request money. Have you noticed that one lately? This is Google's version of like a PayPal, or it's an account you can set up. It's called Google Wallet. You can set it up and put your credit card on the back end, and you can actually just click that button and send someone $20 or $20 million or whatever right through your email client. And it attaches to your Google, what they call the Google Wallet, and it will let you send money directly to them without a fee, which I thought was pretty cool. Don't know if you noticed that or not. Yes, and let's see. I just clicked the button, and it the little help button there, who you can send money to. It talks about security, and you can there's a whole page dedicated to Google Wallet and setting it up, and they have Google Wallet for Business, how it works, yada yada. It'll take you directly to the page, and there you have all the information that you need there. Oh, and the thing that I saw today is that what sets this apart from the PayPals and the other services that you can do online like this using the same functionality is that Google's funds are now being secured by the FDIC. So that's something that PayPal and the others do not have. So they're more operating on like a bank than the other services. So if they were to go under or bankrupt or anything, you can get your monies insured.
That made the bank happy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I thought that was interesting. I'm like, they're always changing something. They're always adding something new. And, I'm always looking around and checking out different things. They've changed the Google Contacts format as well. You still can go here and go to your contacts, but it opens up a brand new interface for all your contacts now. I don't know if you've seen that either, but it's totally different than the old version. So you have to kind of learn that as well. It'll give you a little intro. Obviously, I haven't opened up my contacts on this side before. Okay, but a lot of cool features that'll let you merge duplicate contacts and different things like that. I think the only thing that gets me with Google is that once you learn it the old way or the regular way, they change it. So they keep you on your toes, but I guess that's good. It's notifying me here that I have 7 duplicate contacts and that I can actually merge them. So it does a lot of different things that you normally wouldn't see in the contacts heretofore. Any questions about Google or anything? You want to pick my brain about anything? That's all I wanted to share. I'm right at 30 minutes into the call. I'm sorry, did someone say something?
What was Google's reason for doing this?
For the algorithm?
Yeah.
They want more, of course, they want to encourage you for toward the mobile site, right? Because more people are doing business there. And it's something about the ads. At the end of the day, it's something about their ad revenue and I guess the thinking overall is if you can have access to mobile sites that are mobile friendly, people can actually get in there and they can read, they can function more quickly than they can on a non-mobile ready site, and it helps their revenue at the end of the day.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all about the money at the end of the day, right? Yeah. So I don't know what kind of partnership or kind of with the Google AdWords. I didn't get that far into it. How they're structuring AdWords and whatever else it's called with the mobile sites. That there's some type of correlation there that's going to bring them more ad revenue. Okay. All righty. Any other questions? What's new from the since I have you guys on the line, what's new from the online marketing, online reputation marketing side of the house? Any good information to share?
We ran across a couple of really two slick programs that if you want to leave voicemails and you don't want to call everybody up on your own, you can import a list. Let's say you guys are looking to, I don't know, like an Ameriplan. Let's say you've got a list of phone numbers and you want to call them and you want to leave a message. You don't have to call and leave the message anymore. You can go to a company called Twilio, and you can set up an account there, and it's pretty cheap, like about 0.0015 cents per minute or something. But you can log on to Twilio and you can set up two voicemails. One where people, if they answer the phone, you can leave them a voicemail, and if they don't answer the phone, you leave them another voicemail. It's all done automatically. You don't even have to talk to people.
Oh, is that why that's probably the reason I'm getting all these automated phone messages. I pick up the phone. Hi, I found out a way you can make $1 million in 20 minutes. Press one. Okay.
It's probably Twilio or something like that. Yeah.
Spell that for me.
Twillio. Twilio.
Wow.
So what you do, and you have to set up a, you have to get a, it's got to be an MP3 file. So if your computer doesn't have a tool for that, you have to download something like Audacity, which is an actual MP3 recorder. And you can record stuff on Audacity, and you can send it out as an MP3 file and attach it to Twilio. That's how you do it.
Wow.
So if you didn't want to make the phone calls, or if you wanted to do like some of these other people and send out recorded messages, you could do
Put it on your email.
Or you could put it on your email. That's correct.
Oh, wow.
A voice message on your email.
Does are there any statistics as to how effective that is? Because I know when I get it, if it's a robot, I hang up. You know what I mean?
Just a second. Let me pull up some exactly. Hold on.
Good question.
Good question. It's gonna take a second for it to come up, but
Okay.
let me. What am I looking for here? I am looking for.
And if you have a screen to share, you can share it right in the Hangout as well.
Oh, cool.
I don't know how to do that, but let me just.
Well, let me show you since it's.
Let me show you how to do that.
Yeah, we wouldn't want you not knowing how to share your screen.
How many are on?
Over on the left side, the bar, huh?
Yes. It's
over on the left side with the bars, you see the chat, and then you see the screen share.
Yes.
Okay, click that, and then it'll bring up, do you want to just share a window, your entire screen? I always do entire screen because I'm going all over the place.
Say that, screen share.
Click that button, and then it will ask you if you want to share your entire screen or just a specific window. It'll give you a couple of options inside the box.
Oh, full screen. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Full screen will do it.
That's what Tech Tips Tuesday is all about. You learn something.
You see this screen right here? It says Lead Kahuna.
Okay.
You see it?
Okay. I don't see it yet. Hold on. Let me go to, I may have to click your image. Okay. I see your face on your icon, but I don't see, did you click share with everyone or present to everyone or something like that?
It says screen share. I just clicked on it, and then it says share for Hangout. Select a window to show the video.
Right. Select.
So click on that.
Then it should say like present to everyone, or your screen is now being shared.
Start screen share. There we go.
Okay, great. There you go. I see it. Lead Kahuna.
Okay, so if I go to this program sends out emails and does all kinds of things. So you can see the emails that I've been, or the emails that I've been sending out in the orange, and then these are the voicemails that are sent to substantiate those. So here is, let's go to call leads, and these are all the ones I've sent out for the phone calls. You can see here where it says you set up Twilio by putting in the broadcaster's name, select a number, and Twilio may have a different setup than this, but this is what is contained within Lead Kahuna. But Twilio will do this. So you browse here, it'll bring up what MP3 I've loaded. You can put in whatever you want, business no answer, or business person answers, business no answers. So on this one, you'd put in business live person. This one would be an answering machine. And you could transfer the call and put your number in here. People want to talk to you. You import your list here, your phone list here. And you can either schedule the broadcast to go out at midnight or start broadcasting now. But then what it does is gives you, these are all the voice campaigns that I've done. So to answer your question, here's the one I sent out today, which was plastic surgeons. And I'm going to look at the detail, and you can see this is my Twilio phone number. This is the phone number that the call went to. It's answered by a human or a machine. Okay, I know the video is about a 35-second video. So I can look at this and I can tell the machines tend to hang up right away. If some machines are sophisticated enough where they'll recognize it as a voice, as a recording, and they'll just hang it up.
Okay.
So here is the length of time that this machine listened to it. A machine listened to it. Machine, human, 11 seconds. Probably didn't listen to the whole message. A human, 13 seconds. But so the machine listened to it. So I would say, it doesn't give me percentages, I don't think, at the bottom of it here. But I would guess maybe 25 or 30% of the people or the machines will listen to it, and it'll be captured.
Okay.
And they also have a place for them to unsubscribe. Nobody unsubscribed. So that's kind of how it tracks. And I'm guessing that's probably about the same. Let me take a look at another campaign. How about lawyers? So this was a longer voice recording, so you can see where the people didn't listen to it that long.
Okay.
One guy listened to it 1, 2, 3, 4.
These are gatekeepers.
5, and these are gatekeepers.
Okay.
So it may be different. You can kind of see the numbers. They look about 25 to 30% maybe actually listen to the whole thing. Just what I'm looking at, the numbers here.
Okay.
Let's see what remodelers did. The numbers look about the same. So that's all I can tell you about that. But if you don't want to dial the numbers, it's just another way to get a hold of people.
Now, can people click through? Like, say, for example, they like what they hear and they want to speak to someone now.
Yeah, there's you have to put whenever you they tell you when you set up the live person browse, they tell you that you have to add the one. Well, there's a little flag that comes up that says you have to add. Well, here it is. Here it is right here, I think. Yeah, live person feature is turned off if no MP3 file is selected. Okay, and then it says, hold on a minute here. Get it to come back up. Come on, Alan. Anyway, what that little flag says is that if it's, there it is, to have audio file play when a live person answers, please select MP3 file that you want to play. There's another flag that comes up somewhere here that says, you can say, if you want to speak with me right now, press 1. If you want to opt out, press 9.
Okay.
So you have to, so some people listen, they want to talk to you right away, they'll press 1. If they want to opt out, they'll press 9, and you have to put that in there by law if it's a live voice that picks it up.
Okay. So now when they press 1, are you on the other end waiting for the calls that ring through?
When I put my phone number right in here, it'll transfer to that number.
Okay, and then you can pick it up and speak with them.
Well, yeah, it'll ring to me, and I'll pick it up and be able to talk.
Gotcha. Cool.
So it's pretty cool. I haven't really had anybody click on, but it's nice that it does that.
Okay.
And so you can leave a lot of messages to people. I mean, as long as it's not illegal yet.
Right.
It's a good way to go, I think. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And here's the configuration. They give you a pretty long account SID and an authorization token, you can click, you can go to Twilio.com and set up your account. And let's see what the page looks like. I don't know if you can still see this. Might be a little slow here because I'm using up a lot of bandwidth.
Okay.
So there's my Twilio login, and it tells us what today's messages are, the sent calls. It'll tell me how much I have left in my account, you know, by going to here and all that kind of stuff. It's not expensive. It's like $20, and then when you get down to 10, they put another 20 in there.
Okay.
You know,
Wow.
so it's pretty cheap. I've made a lot of calls, and I don't think I've added any money to it yet.
Wow. Okay. That saves you a lot of legwork.
Yeah, it does. One phone calls that ended with completed, busy, no answers, fail status, no busy, no answer. So
Now you said that you could do it you could put it in the email as well.
yeah, well, not on Twilio. You would do that
Okay.
on Audacity.
Okay.
Let me back out of here. I don't know if I can get this. Can you guys see my whole screen?
I see just Lead Kahuna still.
Okay, well, all right. So there's Lead Kahuna right there. Let me bring up Lead Kahuna again, and let me bring the icon in here. This is no, it won't. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that little headset or not.
I just see the one window with the Lead Kahuna with the account SID.
Yeah, you can't. Okay, so there is a when you go to Audacity. You know what? Let me.
Are you sharing your entire screen?
No, I'm not. Let me bring up Audacity here. Where'd it go?
Okay.
Where did it go? Hold on a second here.
Okay.
Audacity, and I gotta go to. Let me get Lead Kahuna off of here for you, so it's not confusing. Where is Audacity? What did I do with it? Here it is. Share screen. And where is Audacity? Here it is, right here. Start share. So you should be able to see the template here for Audacity.
Mm-hmm.
And so all you do is, if you want to record, you hit here, record, and it'll start recording. Let me see if I can record something. Hold on. And you can put this MP3 file in your emails. Hi, I'd just like to record and say hi to all you guys. Stop. And then you can go in here and you can take out the spaces, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then you go to, we want to hear it again, so it'll go, I'd just like to record and say hi to all you guys. I don't know if you could hear that or not.
I did. I could.
Okay, so then you go to File, and you got to save it, or you don't have to save it, you can just export it. So you export the audio into an MP3 file, and I'll show you, Angela, how do you set up so they can see my whole screen?
Go back to share your screen.
Yeah.
The share button, the green share button, and then select the option share entire screen instead of a window.
It doesn't say share entire screen.
Is there one box in that share?
Yeah, it just says start screen share is all it does.
Okay, start it again, because I was seeing what you were doing with that voicemail thing.
Oh,
I could
okay.
see that.
So there's the screen share. There's Kahuna.
Okay, I see Lead Kahuna. Yeah.
All right. So let me get out of here. So I'm done with that. And let me bring up. Put it over here. Can you see this?
Not yet.
Hold on. Let me screen share that. Full screen. Oh, full screen. Wix.
I see it.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I'm on the other screen. Hold on. I got it figured out here. I don't want to save the changes. No. Okay, so let me go to Kahuna. You should be able to see this.
I do.
Okay, and then I'm going to go to, I'm just trying to remember where I put all this stuff. Oh, MP3 files. So here's all the files right here.
I see. Okay.
I set up. I put them so I could find them easily. So
Mhm.
if you want to put them in an email, you just grab it and drag it. Drop it into the email.
Wow. Okay.
And it's there. Let me see if it
Cool.
works.
So it just shows up as an attachment, right? That you could play.
Yeah, here, I'm going to do it right here. Let me open a new one. See if it'll do it. And I'm going to put this over here. And let's just take this and drop it in here. Cancel. I don't need to do that. Yeah, there it is right there.
Cool.
So let me click on it and see. Open. Hi. Have you ever wanted to know what your customers are really saying about your business? Well, I just emailed you a link so you can find out for free what people are really saying about your business online. The only thing you have to do after opening the email is click on the blue hyperlink. This free online reputation report will be instantly available so you can see. So you can do that in an email. I'm giving you this
Love it.
$197. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I like that. I do.
Okie dokie.
Because a lot of
Yeah,
people
it's
will pull up their email, maybe not answer the phone though. You know what I mean? And you still giving them the same type of
Uh-huh.
information. Yeah.
Yep. So that's all I got for
That's
today.
lovely. I love it. That was Twilio.
Willio.
Twilio.
Twilio.
Are we alone on the line or is there other people on the line?
Just the two of us.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Angela, I looked up on my cell phone, Google Ads, mobile friendliness to its search criteria. Yeah, it came out just today in Google.
Yeah, it did.
How'd you know about it? Just searching the web?
Yeah, this morning when I got up, I saw it posted somewhere. I try to keep up with. I try to go on and check the updates to see what's happening and different things like that with Google.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I see a business here.
You do?
I smell a business. Look at your cell phone. Where's your cell phone? I already made it up and told you about it.
Okay.
Don't you see business, Ellen? We have to figure out these businesses on Google, their rankings, and call them and say, you're not going to have a good ranking anymore. You got to really fix your website and refer them to you.
Yeah. I mean, this is stuff that I think people don't know,
Exactly. What do you think?
And once they get their websites up, what I'm finding is once they get their websites up, as I told you before, people are like, why isn't my phone ringing off the hook? Why isn't my business just running over at this point? There's so much more to it. And, that's part of the reason that I have these tech classes, and I appreciate you guys being on to share. And having said that, let me go ahead and stop the broadcast because we're done with our discussion for our technical tips. Join us next week, same time, different place. Check the Savvy card for the links. Thank you and good night.